What's up, everybody? This is Danny Mathematics here with another example to explore. And today, guys, I want to go over example 4 of how to solve equations. And remember, guys, we're going to follow these 4 simple steps in order to solve equations, okay? And basically, guys, the objective is for us to solve for the unknown value, which is the variable of w, okay? W is a variable, which is an unknown value, and we're going to find out what w has to be. What value does w have to be in order to make this whole equation equal negative 14, okay? So let's go ahead and start off with step 1. Always draw a line going through the equal sign, all right? And then step 1 always says combine like terms on both sides. Combine like terms on both sides. On the left side, guys, I only have negative 14, which means that there's no value that I need to combine with negative 14. All right, I'm gonna cover the left side. I'm gonna look at the right side. I have 7x and I have 2x and I have 8.5. I can combine 7x and 2x because they are both like terms. They are both coefficients in operations or in relationships with the variable, okay? So 7w plus 2w equals 9w, okay? Equals 9w. Okay, so once again, we're going to rewrite it. I still have negative 14 equals 9w plus 8.5. Just like that. That's what we should have, guys. That's what we should have, okay? So now, guys, we're going to go to step 2. We're going to label each value. Then we're going to label each side. We're going to label each value. Then we're going to label each side. And then the 2 labels that we have is the heart, which represent an operation or a relationship between the coefficient and a variable, and S, which means single or single numbers, numbers that are not attached to a variable, okay? So let's go ahead and do that right now, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's start off with negative 14. Negative 14 is not attached to W, so it's a single number. So I'm gonna put S for single, okay? Negative 9 and W are both in an operation or a relationship together because it's actually saying 9 times W. That's the relationship which is being multiplied with one another, okay? So I'm gonna put a heart underneath 9 and W because they're in operation or in a relationship with one another, okay? And then 8.5. 8.5 is not attached to a variable, so it's single. All right, so just like in example 3, there's only one relationship in this whole equation, and it's on the right side of the equal sign. So I'm gonna title that side as the relationship side, and then the opposite side, I'm gonna put a big S for single, okay? I'm gonna put big S for single, all right? So once again, we're just gonna go from left to right, and we're just gonna match the symbols. If the symbols match, the values stay. If the symbols don't match, then the value need to move to the opposite side, okay? So negative 14 is a single, and it's on the single side, so it stays. 9 and W, my bad, I keep saying X, and I'm so used to the X. 9 and W are both in a relationship with one another, and they on the relationship side. And then a positive 8.5 is single, but it's on the relationship side, and it needs to move to the single side, because these symbols do not match, right? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna hit it with the opposite of what I see. I see plus 8.5, so I need to move it by doing minus 8.5 or negative 8.5, however you wanna do it, however you wanna look at it. So minus 8.5, and then once again, I have to subtract it on the other side from a like term, minus 8.5. Okay, minus 8.5, okay? And then of course, guys, 8.5 minus 8.5 crosses out, so that side crosses out. Now on this side, guys, I need to do that. Now, the main thing is, I wanna talk to more of the middle schoolers that are doing this. Negative 8.5 is a decimal, that's a decimal. So make sure that you change negative 14 to a decimal, which is negative 14.0. Okay, remember that is a decimal. So negative 14 minus 8.5, or you could say negative 14 plus a negative 8.5 equals a negative 22.5 rather. A negative 22.5, 22.5, negative 22.5, negative 22.5 equals, and on this side I still have that 9W. So I'm just gonna bring that down, equals 9W. Okay? So once again, guys, we have successfully moved values to their correct size by matching the symbols. We've done that. And the last and final step, guys, is the breakup, which we want to divide the coefficient away from the variable. Okay, in this particular case, guys, the coefficient is 9, the variable is W. So in order for us to find out the value of W, I have to divide both sides by its coefficient of 9. So I'm going to divide both sides by 9. Okay, so 9W divided by 9 is this W. And then I have to do the opposite side. I do know that my answer is going to be a negative because a negative divided by a positive is a negative. And then on the side here, guys, I'm just going to do some simple math. Or if you have a calculator, you can put it inside of a calculator and solve like that. But I'm going to just do it by hand real quick. All right, once again, the number that I divide with is like my shoe size, right? So I'm wearing a size 9. If I wear a size 9, I cannot fit my shoe in a size 2, so that's 0 times, but I can fit my foot in a size 22, and 9 can go in a size 22 2 times. And then 9 times 2 is 18. So I'm gonna subtract 18 from 22, and I'm gonna get 4, right? And then all I'm gonna do, guys, is just bring this 5 down. Oh, but before I bring the 5 down, I have a decimal. So I have to put the decimal up there, then I'm gonna bring the 5 down. And I'm gonna attach it to 4 to make it be 45. And then 9 can go into 45 5 times, because 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 5 is 45. And then 45 minus 45 equals 0. All right, so the value of W is 2.5. The value of W, as we solved for, is 2.5. Now, what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to solve and check to see if the value of W is true, okay? So we're going to actually check by plugging in 2.5 into the equation as W. So let's go and check. And once again, guys, we're trying to see if this whole right side equal the left side of negative 14. All right, so I'm gonna rewrite everything, but with 2.5 as W, or rather negative 2.5. I'm sorry, guys, because remember, a negative divided by a positive is a negative. So that's negative 2.5. That is a big, that's a big misconception right there, guys. A lot of students, they would just put 2.5, forgetting that we have a negative. Okay, so it's negative 2.5. I want to correct that, okay? So I have negative 14 equals 7W, which is 7 times negative 2.5. Negative 2.5 plus 2, same thing, times negative 2.5. Okay, plus 8.5. Okay, so what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to solve this whole right side of the equation to see if it equals negative 14. Okay, so I'm going to get a calculator. So I have 7 times a negative 2.5, which is a negative 17.5. Okay, which is a negative 17.5. So I'm going to write that right now. Negative 17.5. Negative. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to do 2 times negative 2.5, which is a negative 5 or a minus 5. or 5.0, I'm gonna put 0.0 since we have decimals. I'm gonna put 5.0 minus 5.0 or negative 5.0, okay? Plus 8.5. Okay, and once again, that all has to equal negative 14. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add all that up, right? I have negative 17.5 minus 5.0 or 5 plus 8.5. And as I added all of those up, I got the answer of negative 14. I got the answer of negative 14. That's my answer, okay? Which makes the value of W be correct because that value, negative 2.5, makes the whole equation true. So the value of W, guys, is correct, okay? So once again, guys, in order for you to make sure that you have the correct value for your variable, just plug in that value as the variable inside the equation to see if it makes it be true, okay? So thank you so much, guys, for the opportunity, and I will talk to you next time.